Well, we're going to talk about concrete sealers today. I'm going to tell you about 3 or 4 different ones I've used, but put in the comments, which concrete sealer do you recommend, or do you think that they are a waste of money? Let me know what your thoughts are. Concrete sealers, are they a scam? Do you need to use them? Are they effective? Well, I will say there's a lot of videos on YouTube that show someone using their proprietary concrete sealer, and they spray the concrete, and then after it cures, they spray a water hose on the treated concrete and then on the non-treated concrete, and you see the non-treated concrete absorbs all the water, and the treated the water just beads off, and it's just real water repellent. That's a scam. It's not a scam that what they're showing doesn't happen, but they don't show what happens a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later. So there are 3 main types of concrete sealers. There's acrylic, which is basically you're spraying a plastic type of sealer on top of your concrete. That can make it slippery, and it doesn't last that long because the sun damages it. I'm not going to talk about that. There's 2 other ones, though, that are used widely in the concrete industry. And there's Silane and siloxane, and that's what this dryway from Radon Seal has. And it is widely used as a water repellency. And it is effective, and it works. And when I first sprayed this on, it repelled water for at least 6 months. Every time it would rain on this driveway, it would bead up, and the driveway wouldn't get wet, and it would go off. Well, it's supposed to last 5 to 10 years, and the water repellency went away, I would say, in a year, okay? Now, they also sell, all these companies sell all of these type of sealers. I've used this one. This is Concrete Sealers USA. I think it's out of Ohio, so I tried it out. And this is a deep penetrating sealer, and that's the 3rd type. And it goes down, this one only goes down like, 1/4 inch or so. This one goes down deep into the concrete, and it basically takes, you think of your concrete as like a sponge that has all kinds of voids in it. It takes the free lime that's still in the concrete, what didn't cure, and it basically cures the concrete a little more. It makes the concrete a little more dense, and it fills in those voids in that concrete so that there's less pores, okay? Now, this silicate is what they call it. It will repel water too. It's not really what it's known for, but whenever you first apply this for 3-4 months, it will repel water and it will bead up. I also used the same type of product from Radon Seal. Same thing happened. It lasted for about 3 months where it beaded up. And then I used a company called Foundation Armor. Those are all 3 well recommended brands from commercial concrete guys. And the Foundation Armor also beaded up right after I applied it for a few months. The water repellency and the beading up goes away with all of these products fairly soon. So I've used them all. I haven't used the acrylic, but I've used the Silane-siloxane. This is a combination of Silane-siloxane. And then I've used the deep penetrating silicate sealers from this company, Concrete Sealers USA, from Radon Seal, and from Foundation Armor. And just because the water repellency goes away doesn't mean that the concrete sealer was a scam or isn't working. But it's almost a little black magic. You almost have to trust that your money didn't just go down the drain. And if someone came to me today and said, hey, this concrete sealer that you're putting on is a waste of your money, I really wouldn't have any evidence other than all of the research that you can find on the web that says that it works, right? That it chemically is filling the voids, which should make your concrete a little less absorbent, and it also makes it more dense, and is supposed to keep it from soaking in things as fast, and it's also keeps it from spalling or getting that powder that comes off of it. But is it something that's worth the investment? I don't know. I used this last year. You've seen on my channel, I poured, what was it, 16 yards of concrete. You can do the math, 16 times about $200 per yard plus your labor and all that. If you pay somebody, it's twice that, right? This was about, I think it was about $200. It might have been a little bit more. So you're looking at a very minor amount of dollars. I know it's a lot, but when you're talking about several thousands of concrete, I've sealed my concrete and I really don't know if I wasted my money, but it was kind of like, hey, I'll do it because I want my concrete to last as long as possible, because I really hate bad looking concrete. I mean, there's not much you can do about it except for tear it up and redo it. So you got the full 28 days of curing. You try to keep that concrete as wet as possible so that it has as much water as it needs to do the full cure for 28 days. And then after the 28 days, you apply the sealer. And I'll show you a quick little video of me applying the sealer. They all apply the same way, no matter which one you're doing. You just get you one of those spray pumps or whatever and apply it, spray it on, and they normally want you to put 2 coats, and it goes on really easy. It's an easy job. So, you know, let me know in the comments. You think it's a waste of money? You think it's worth the investment to use the sealers? And then tell me which concrete sealer that you recommend. Thanks a lot.